Hello, and welcome back to 1111 True Crime. And now we're on our third live of 3. So we have 2 other lives. Feel free to check those out as well. We do show the video. The picture of Nolan appears to be on somebody else's boat. And that's a little confusing, right? When was that? And I don't know. There are just so many questions in this case, and you're better at asking the questions than I am. And so I'm going to hand it over to all of you. We've opened it up to all of our private eyes, as well as our subscribers, all of the family here at 1111, which is free to be a subscriber. So feel free to hit subscribe so that you can chat with us. Please start it with a big Q, and that way I know you're wanting me to read your question. All right? All right, let's get into this. Unspoken Heart Stillness has the first question. Question. Did Katie's dad have something to do with Nolan's death? Now remember, I am simply reading the cards. I am not stating a fact. Everything is my humble opinion, my interpretation of the card. Do your own research, form your own opinion. All right, my lovelies. With that being said, let's dig into this. Unspoken Heart Stillness wants to know, did Katie's dad have something to do with Nolan's death allegedly? Ah, gug. All right. So this is suggesting that this is a family affair indeed. Ten of Cups is a yes in the tarot. This does suggest that this was over a child and a parent, indeed. Um, and this is also a water card. If you look, it's all water down here. So then we move into the wheel. This is something that has happened repetitively over and over again. I don't know if it's in a generational thing or if it's something that has happened over and over within their own family of this generation, but I'm picking up intuitively that this is a generational thing, something that repeats generationally. And then we have this Seven of Cups, and this is causing severe confusion with too many options. And so we're going to qualify that real quick just to understand why we have this confusion. Why is there confusion? Why are there too many options? Secrets. Secrets. So the High Priestess is the one that knows it all and doesn't release the secret. She is the secret holder. She has the complete wisdom of it all. So this is fully knowing, knowing fully, not thinking or feeling, but knowing. And this is suggesting that it's highly likely that the answer would be yes. That is intriguing. Very interesting. Let's go back over and see who else has a question. Nancy V. Podella has a question. Right over here. Was no one asked to be a member of a group cult? Was no one asked to be a member of a group cult? We have Six of Wands. All right, let me see what else. Thank you and thank you. Ooh, ooh. This is not about a cult. Let me come up to top side and walk you through the Six of Wands, the Queen and King of Wands. Do you see this divine pair with this nightmare you can't wake up from? This is what I'd be saying in the other read. So There was some sort, even though you're asking if it was a group cult, I'm not picking that up. I'm picking up that there was some attention getting moment of communication. We have this person on their high horse, but we have this mob of people with sticks of communication. This is somebody that, in a sense, is too high on their horse. Now, I'm not saying Nolan was too high on his horse. Somebody was too high on their horse, though. Could it be someone around Nolan was the one wanting the attention? Because we have the divine counterparts of the king and queen of wands. This is passion together. This is a couple. This is somebody that the universe brought together. But it didn't go well for anybody. And in fact, it left the female in a nightmare that she can't wake up from. Because even when she wakes up, the truth remains the truth. This is suggesting that whatever this news was that they thought was going to be celebratory. Good news, we're getting married. Good news, we're going to date. Good news, we're having a baby. Whatever the information was that was supposed to be celebratory, to celebrate, to come together, it did not go that way. It actually ended in a nightmare for this couple. So I don't see this cult group. I see a couple. This is just, it's so strong. The cards are very, very clear. So I can only, answer what is being shown to me. Vicky Lynn. Question: was Nolan intoxicated when put in the water? So in order to, let's talk about this. When we ask a question, we have to be careful, because if Nolan wasn't put in the water, we're not going to understand the question. So when you say, was Nolan intoxicated when put in the water, it's drawing a conclusion. So first we've got to ask if Nolan was intoxicated when he entered the water. Was Nolan intoxicated when he entered the water? Was Nolan intoxicated when he entered the water? Yep, there was something. Sun was shining. Soulmate, soul. And oh my gosh, you guys, we have a little white baby and we have a little black baby, right? That are holding hands in love. The sun, they were happy, like innocent children. Okay. Chariot. This is movement. This is travel. This could be a boat. It could be a car. It could be a train, but it's movement. There are no cars. There are no trains, so it leaves boat. So this is that forward movement, Cancer energy. So they're happy in love and on a boat. And again, look at the dark horse and the light horse. And that's what blew it. The toxic. There was something so toxic. The devil card. Show me why. Swift action was taken. Was he intoxicated? Was Nolan intoxicated? The star put in the water. It's not letting me know. Could be with, okay. So there could be something, doesn't have to be alcohol, but there is something toxic. I don't know if it's the energy of tension and aggression, or if it's rugs, or if it's alcohol. There's definitely something toxic And it looks to me like aggression with this Knight of Swords because they're very impulsive. They're very swift to draw judgment. The Knight of Swords is the one the king and queen send out to remove the head of their enemies and just clear the battlefield. We have this attention, which is healing energy, but at the same time, don't forget it's the star. It's the star of the show. It's Aquarius energy. So it's kind of like I don't really get that he was intoxicated from that, but I can't say he wasn't um somehow intoxicated because we do have the devil card, which can be intoxicants. You feel me? That was excellent question. Sinide, hello, love. Sinide wants to know, had Nolan passed before he was thrown in the water? Again, we don't know if he was thrown in the water, but had Nolan passed before he entered the water? See if card is up, so it may come up. I don't know what card it was, but had Nolan passed before he entered the water? We have something didn't mix well. Archangel Michael, protector of children. Okay. Yes. This is suggesting something had happened to Nolan. So, what this is saying is whatever this news was, it didn't go over well. That presented a huge challenge. Fire and water aren't going to mix. And so this came to it fizzled out real quick. Whatever they were trying to share just met with a huge, like, no, it's not going to work kind of energy. We have in secret because it's in reverse, meaning the card is upside down. We have this Eight of Cups, and she's walking away from the Two Cups. The Two Cups is the true love card. So she's wearing red, and she's got her back turned on these other Eight Cups because she's only focused on those Two Cups. Her love. We go right into the Lovers. This is telling me that absolutely the answer would be yes, according to the cards. Um, this is also saying that words were spoken. So, words, swords, that something was communicated, Ace of Swords, by the lovers. Okay. And it didn't go well. So, this would suggest that he was either close to passing or unconscious or something along that nature. And that was the plan. And it's been done again and again and again and again repetitively by this type of energy person, this boss up kind of person that thinks they're in charge of everything. And they do wear a cape in a sense. This could be somebody that's racist, you know what I'm saying? The KKK, you know what I'm saying, Vern? Because these two babies were in love and they were concerned about the phallic nature, right? And so they felt like he was stealing something by getting her. Okay, yeah, you get me. You feel me? I'm not gonna walk it. I'm not gonna walk it. We're gonna keep going. Thank you so much, Sined. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's see. Do we have any other? I want to give everybody a good chance to ask questions today. Lanny, hello, lovely. Will Nolan's family get justice for Nolan? Oh, that's a great question, don't you think? I think that's a good question. Will Nolan's family get justice for Nolan? Well, we have the Ace of Cups in the reverse. So this would mean a yes, but there's a something suppressed. There's something of self-love and suppression. Let's dig deeper. If it's meant to come out, it will. I found that ace was just floating in the deck. Cards are stuck. So we're going to cut the deck and knock the energy out. Let's go ahead. Will Nolan's family get justice for Nolan? We have Virgo energy, following your intuition. We have the family card with yes, they're going to follow this. And Archangel Michael is saying they know something didn't mix right. They're also following faith. I can see this, that they're following faith. And the family knows this isn't sitting right, that something's not proper. All their intuition is firing off, but this also is the Virgo energy, and that is somebody that isn't going to let it go. The family had happiness, they had love, they loved their child. This is the parent-child relationship, the family card. And this is saying something did not go right, and they darn sure know it. Communication about the boat. So there will be something about communication and a boat that will be more forthcoming, that tells us that there's some sort of illusion about a boat. And we have this exchange in reverse. Six of Pentacles was reversed, upside down, reversed. That can mean that there's a secret exchange of investigation about more of the boat. So I would say that they're going to stick with it until they do get something figured out. Doesn't tell me 100% that justice will happen, but it does tell me the family won't give up. Claudia says, question, did Nolan get burnt in the face? Was Nolan burnt in the face? Was Nolan burnt in the face? We have Two of Wands. We have the liar, cheater, thiefer, and we have okay, this would suggest no. This would suggest an absolute hardcore no. We have stuck energy, so the question isn't leading us to the right place. We've got this liar, cheater, thiefer, something that's deceiving. And then we have the Seven of Pentacles, which is divine timing. It's about planting a seed, which planting into crime can be staging. But this is also waiting on a harvest. And so this would suggest negative, that he was not burnt in the face. Let's continue. You guys are asking great questions. Thank you, Claudia. Question, Ripper, did Nolan and Katie plan to get married? Did Katie and Nolan plan to get married? That's what's toxic, is the two of them together. It's the root of it. So we have something very toxic that surrounds this friendship of Katie and of Nolan. Very toxic. The devil talks about obsession. It talks about and yeah, she's trying to almost like leave to go with him in some way. This could be yes, because this is the marriage card. And that could be what pissed them off the most. What enraged them is that there was some future planned event to become one. This is the 1111 card. This is joining your soul tribe. This is finding your one, your people. This is somebody that you can join with, the partnership up with. And the poles are straight, saying justice is here, the 1111, right? This is saying she didn't care about these 8 cups. Now you only get 10 in the tarot. And so she's missing 2 cups, and she doesn't care about all these cups. No matter what she has, she's interested in the 2 cups. The 2 cups are that of the true love, right? And so she's walking off towards her true love as if to marry him. but it's being seen and viewed by everybody around her as a very toxic event, a very toxic decision. Bottom of the deck. Yeah, we have the King of Pentacles, somebody that's well off. They're white. I'm just gonna say it. They are saying, "Hey, I'm Daddy Warbucks, okay? I'm here a long time. I care about my mansion, my legacy, my future, my grandkids, my empire." And that's what the King of Pentacles cares about. But you have little princess here, Daddy's little princess. And she has an independent thinking, independent mind. She's following her own world, her own idea, and she's got future plans. And those future plans turn into a nightmare that breaks her heart. And she feels betrayed by everybody. And look at that. We have the confusion in reverse, the Ace of Wands, and the decision. And the decision that this King of Pentacles made was to stop this. This is stuck energy. So we have a trip with the Lovers that ends in total destruction of the initial plan. Can't even make it up. The cards just get clearer every time I read. All right. Whew. Heavy reading. Vicky Lynn, we did ask that and it did come up no. Okay, Smudger wants to know, was Katie's father intoxicated on the boat? We'll go ahead and take a few more questions. I love your questions. You guys are absolutely brilliant. Unfortunately, I can't answer all of them every time, so I do my very, very best. Here we go. Was Katie's father intoxicated on the boat? We have a plan, and we have stuck movement. I'm not seeing that. I'm seeing a struggle, but I'm not seeing alcohol. We have the secret of the broken. Yeah, and it goes right back through it. It goes right back through it. I mean, you saw me put the cards back, right? Let's do it again. We'll put a card there, we'll cut the deck, we'll put it there, we'll pick up more, we'll put it there, and we'll put it there. And the cards just keep coming back out. So this is not necessarily showing an intoxicant. This is showing that there was a tug of war of energies. And it was because somebody was like, oh, hell no, we aren't doing this. And it was over the Queen of Wands. Good questions, you guys. Okay. Let me see. Let's get one more. Julie. Hi, Julie. Welcome back, lovely. Was Katie pregnant with Nolan's child, allegedly? Was Katie pregnant with Nolan's child, allegedly? Was Katie pregnant, allegedly, with Nolan's child? We have defensive. We have everybody against him. Seven of Wands. Was Katie pregnant? We have the Page of Pentacles in reverse. That means cutting something out secretly, which could be, no longer pregnant kind of move. You know what I'm saying, Bird? We have laid something to rest. This would suggest that there could have been a pregnancy that didn't go to full term. But then again, it could suggest that something had to be cut out. They were defensive over it. Something got cut out secretly and laid to rest. So the seer is seeing things correctly. about the page and his phallic relationship is the reason he was abandoned. The decision got made that was toxic, and the death happened secretly. That was shocking, to protect the legacy. It's possible, but it's not 100% confirmed. Let's put these broken up back in here. I feel weird that it said, Two of Pentacles, which is cutting something out, and we're asking that question. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. That's just weird. Kind of creepy feeling. All right, my lovely. Let's see who else has a question that has to ask one. Simply me. Did Katie see what was happening, allegedly? Did Katie see what was happening, allegedly? Did Katie witness what happened to Nolan? Did Katie witness what happened to Nolan? This would suggest yes. She's holding back, or someone held on too tight. This is greedy. This is suppression. This is not allowing something. It's burying something in a trunk. And secret. Suppressing the secret. Yes. Bottom of the deck, strength. Trying to tame her inner beast. This is Beauty and the Beast in a sense, too. And I feel like that's how the family saw Katie and Nolan, is they saw him as a threat. And yeah, he had to defend himself. And so they took him on that trip. Cut out the situation, right? Took their plan. Look at that, boat on the water, right? Damn. All over the female. Great questions. Man, you guys are on this. We'll do one more question, you guys. Do one more question. All right. Let me see here. Who hasn't had a chance to ask a question? Let me scroll. Thank you, Sinette, for asking all the questions. I'm just trying to give everybody a fair chance. Okay. Nick UK is asking, this will be our last question for today. All right, you guys, I want to say thank you so much for joining us. And we'll go ahead, we'll answer this question, and then we'll come back together the next time I'm live. Now, in the meantime, be sure, if you haven't seen all three, check out live 1 of 3 or live 2 of 3. It just helps the channel out so much, and you might find it very interesting. All right, my lovelies, Nick UK wants to know, was one of Nolan's friends jealous of him and Katie, allegedly? Was one of Nolan's friends jealous of Katie? We have this celebration, a meeting. We have defensive and balancing something out again. Somebody wanting to balance something out. And we have defensive, but we also have a meeting. And we have closing the cycle down. And then we're back on the trip. Huh. You guys, this doesn't tell me they were jealous. This almost tells me that they knew about a meeting, right? That they knew about a meeting. And that's the last time they saw him alive. They knew He also went towards the mate, right? You have the little white horse and the little black horse. It'll all come out in due time. The truth always surfaces, and when it does, it's often, not always, but very often, exactly what our reads say. From Sebastian Rogers to Summer Wells to Nancy Guthrie, all kinds of cases. It always seems to come out that we were right. But I wanted to say thank you because your questions are so important and your support of this channel is so valued, and you are extremely up. I appreciate you so much. Thank you for hitting hype, because you guys have been hyping my channel off the roof. The roof. And you mean so much to me and all of us as our family members gather. We always like to come together and have a strong voice. And you make that possible. So thank you. All right, my lovelies, that is all that Mama D got for you today. Let me get ready here. Are you ready to jump out of here? Simply Me says, in my opinion, I think they was all in the mix. Thank you, Claudia. Thank you. That's right. Rest in peace, Nolan. Thank you, Vicky, for saying that. Midnight Intuition. Enjoy so much. Thank you. Thank you. Sinette says, I understand, Mama D. I appreciate you very much. Question, was Katie going to move to be with Nolan? That's a good question for next time. That's a good question. All right, my lovelies. I will see you again very soon. Let's keep our prayers in such good harmony to get justice for Nolan Wells and his family. All right, you guys. See you soon.
From the dust I was born, to the dirt I shall return. When my eyes are closed, in the shadows, my enemies will think they won, but I am here to stay. Destiny will overcome, no, I am not afraid. Like a phoenix in the night, my soul will rise. From the darkness to the light, I feel alive. I'm a fire, burning bright, I'll never die. Like a phoenix